Yes, Donkey today for Tuesday, January 23rd goes to jdaniel and hosein36. Accountability is everything. When you do or say something wrong and it backfires on you, you should be a man or a woman and take it. Own it! There are a ton of 20-year-old odd people on this server, and a ton acted like kids for whatever reason. And I'm not only talking about maturity here. There are a lot of quote-unquote mature and iconic players on this server. And again, I'm not talking about Albanians, who may rarely to never get punished even though they should more often. Then yet when they do, they whine and bitch when it's their fault. Now, if you've ever played single player, which is probably none of you, or in the days before Spotify, or playing your own music, you listen to the in-game radio, and you may have listened to this radio ad.
Mom! Josh just broke the vodka bottle on your nightstand. Chris did it! You little shits! I'll kill you!
So in that commercial, Josh presumably broke the vodka bottle, but he blamed it on Chris. Josh could have taken accountability, but instead he blamed it on Chris, and in the end his mom called them little shits, and now they're both dead. The kids in that ad they're like 10 years old. That's what those type of players sound like they're 10. Non-accountability is part of what makes Donkey the Day here and on the Breakfast Club. When you or your friend can't see what you did wrong, there's people like me to tell you what you did wrong, indiscriminate of whether or not I'm your friend or whatever. So these two are getting Donkey for a different but similar situation. jdaniel got a complaint on him for interior quitting to avoid. So of course I get excited because I get off on punishing jdaniel. No shit, I meant to erase that. But anyway, there are times when messed up Smiley's complaints are a little dodgy, so I look, and there it is. He was a warrant being chased, he gets into the 24/7 Ganton, and quits. That's not why the queen of autism is getting Donkey today though. He is because he came back on the server and said, quote, OMG crash. Right, because your game crashed just as you went inside the interior. That sounds realistic, yes?
No, that's wrong!
jdaniel, of course, is never accountable. Since my last memory of his voice is from the Mumble era, he sounds like one of those kids in that San Andreas Grin radio ad. He is literally that kid. And yet there are still fags, including him, that wonder why he's deactivated on the forums. Thanks, Snit. That LB Goon Squad thing happened, because I should have deactivated him months ago. Similar story with hosein36. He's a much lesser known player, but last night I was watching LSTV. Isn't as interesting as LBTV, but he was getting chased for a hit at Los Santos International by Titty Boy Helen and some Rustler Hitman. He was down to about 20 health when he paused or F8'd to avoid the Rustler Hitman dimming down on him. Then when the duo came up on him, he quit short after, and when he comes back, he says something like, my game crash, or my game freeze, and why I die, my game crash. He had no idea I was watching him, and even though I told him I was looking, he probably still doesn't know. Turns out, unbeknownst to me, he had a complaint on him for guess what? Quitting! Messed up Smiley again. There you go, kids. Next time you get punished or do something dumb, think about it. Did you really deserve it? You bet your ass you did. Like they say in PlayerUnknown's Dirt Grounds, when you win, it's winner winner chicken dinner. When I get to disable jdaniel's ass, it'll be quitter quitter chicken dinner. Please give... Oh, come on. That was funny. Come on. But please give jdaniel and hosein36 the biggest hee-haw, please. jdaniel, I mean, he is no new player to being a donkey. He's been a donkey before. Second time getting donkey this month, and he's, jdaniel. And one message for jdaniel, you are not gonna get reactivated on the forums. I told you the reason why you got deactivated in this donkey today, and if you don't understand, then Idiot. But
Idiot.
yeah, I'll tell you, J. Daniel is such a great player. Yes?
No, that's wrong.